Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy, what is it today? Wednesday? Yep. What are these bears going to do? Do they want more downside, or is this it? Are the bulls going to pick it up from here? So, let's see. Last night, bears pushed down to 330, and we saw this bounce. We're currently in that ascending channel with the bounce. Now the question is, are they simply setting a lower high for continuation to the downside or potential rally today? We're still not out of bearish structure. So I'd like to see what happens if they push up to previous day close overnight high, potentially try to short this. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll see if the bulls pick it up. Bulls were a no-show yesterday. Still technically a no-show. Not a significant bounce by any means yet. So we'll see. It's going to be a patience game. Let's take a look at the news for today. News. Let's see. My times are in Arizona, 7:30. That's 10:30 a.m. We got crude oil. Let's see, 5 a.m. that already happened. So 7:30 a.m. that would be 10:30 a.m. That's pretty much all we got as far as news. And of course, tomorrow, Jackson Hole, jobless claims. That'll be a big one. What else do we got? Oh, today at 11, FOMC minutes. Everybody's been talking about that. Between today and tomorrow, Jackson Hole, it's going to be a wild day in terms of volatility. So, see money, take money type of day. Good morning, Mike. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you tuning in. Good morning to everyone. The big question, are the bears going to continue their punishment? Bulls were a no-show yesterday. Bulls have been a no-show still. Are they going to finally show up and rally today or further downside? Find out soon. So that is the game plan for today. Again, we got 10:30 a.m. news Eastern. We got 2 p.m. FOMC minutes. That's just the minutes, but should still be volatile. And then Jackson Hole tomorrow. That's what we got. So I'm coming in with a little bit of green from last night, trading the Asia session. See if we can build on that or not give too much of it back. Currently, we're in this ascending channel, right? That's been building since the touch of that pivot point down at 350 area. They've been trying to bounce it. Let's see. Ibrahim, I haven't seen you. Long time no see. Hope everything is going well with you. Good to see you again. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, brother. I hope everything is working and going well with you. Yeah, it's been tough, man. It's been a tough market for sure. Today, we got to figure out what the market wants to do. Are the bears simply trying to put a higher low on this and flush it right back down? Or are bulls going to use that bounce around 350 as the launching pad? T. Cooper, good morning. Now you beat Jesse. Jesse, I think, is going to be... probably still sleeping. I don't think he'll be... I think he had a late night trading last night. At least that's what he said. So I think he'll show up probably around 10 a.m. Eastern. Good morning to everyone. That's the game plan. Figure out what these bears want to do. Are they going to come in for more punishment? Bulls have been a no-show so far. Or is that 350 area, the bounce area, that kind of build for today? See. T. Cooper, have you ever looked at 0DTE options? Yes, I used to trade options. So before I came into futures in 2023, I traded options. I don't trade them much lately, but I know very well. I know 0DTE very well. All right, should be a volatile day. We took a look at the news earlier. Not much going on the morning session, but we do have crude oil at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We have FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. Those are just the minutes, but should still provide volatility. And then the prep for tomorrow, or the calm before the storm tomorrow with Jackson Hole. Let's. What is this? Fed's cook must resign now. That was Trump half an hour ago. Oh boy. So Trump going after the Fed again, saying Fed's cook must resign now. Oh boy. All right, so that's what we got in terms of news. Jesse James is up. Brother, I thought you were going to be here later. I thought I'd see you around 10 a.m. All right, 8 minutes for the casino to open. So I'm checking out CNBC on any info on that tweet from Trump about the Fed. So Hassett likely to be Trump's pick for Fed chief, though Warsh is more qualified. So the whole Fed and Trump continues to be an issue. Target down 10%. Shares tumbled 10%. With a new CEO and nothing else really in terms of S&P futures slip as investors weigh retail earning. Wait, Fed minutes. Yeah. So today should be see profit, take profit day with Fed minutes later today. Jackson Hole tomorrow. Going to be a patience day. The question is, are the bulls going to rally from here, use 350 as the launch pad, or bears looking to set a higher low and flush it right back down? Sorry, a lower high. Nico, morning, maybe a break of the higher low swing, the left to the downside, but not taking it. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one today. Probably have to wait a little bit before I take a trade. Unless it's obvious. Nicolas Gomez, good morning, the man in Paris. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening to anybody on the other side of the ocean. Good afternoon, good evening to anybody out there on the other side. We are currently in an ascending channel. going back to that 340, 330 touch last night, and bulls have been slowly trying to grind up, but not much progress yet. All right, 5 minutes for the open. Let me go grab some more water, grab a bite, and I'll be right back. All right, casino opens in about 2-3 minutes. Currently, we are in a ascending channel. If you look back to when they flushed it down here last night, clear ascending channel. Now the question is, what are the bulls going to do? Are they finally going to show? Ooh, now they're showing up. Are they finally going to show up? Or are they just going to set a lower high and potentially flush this right back down? So, be for patience. All right, about a minute for the casino to open. Good morning, everyone. Let's try to get some green. If it's going to be red, let's try not to give too much back. Ibrahim, yes, sir. Let's try to have a green day and be on the right side of the market. Mike Milan up. All right. If we get a bull rally, then we'll have to figure out a way to long this. All right. Casino opens in 15 seconds. And here we go. Sat Trader, good morning. All right, bears making their initial move to the bottom of that channel, the ascending channel we talked about. They're coming back down for current overnight low around 340, 330 area. Potentially test that low or flush it. Mike Milan, I meant down. We can still push up. I think they're testing, they want to test that overnight low possibly. Just flush through VWAP there. All right, looks like they want more. Coming down. I'll be right back, guys. All right, they keep pushing. Ain't messing with that yet. Let's see what happens at overnight low, that 330 area. That's the area they bounced last night. Are they going to flush right through it? All right, so it seems like a nice bounce there. Looking like a V recovery, or are they going to flush it right back down? Flush it right back down. Yeah, this is going to be choppy. This is FOMC chop. Indecision. Careful. That was a 30-point pop to bring it right back down. Mr. Chan, good morning, brother. Good to see you. All right, that's some nasty chop. Staying away for now. That was a 30-point attempted bounce, sold right back down. Air is in control. I think the bears are after that overnight low, that 330 area. If they flush below that, then there's more downside today. You would think the bulls want to show force today to bounce this, but not yet. Let's wait what happens at that overnight low. That's that 330 area. That's that pivot point also down there at 330, 340. And see if they flush the pivot point or bounce it. It's like bears are going to pick this up here and flush. Here we go. See what happens, like I said, at that pivot point, 330 overnight low. I'm not going to jump on it as you guys are used to seeing me play a pivot point. They flushed through pivot points yesterday and punished hard, so I'm not going to be patient today. You're watching what they did yesterday at pivot points? Glad I finished my trading early yesterday because I was interested in some plays. Had I taken them, boy, probably would have given up all my profits yesterday. All right, Chop City. See how that's going to play out. FOMC minutes today at 2 p.m. Jackson Hole tomorrow, so it's going to be volatile. It's going to be a choppy day. Maybe one of those days to just call it a day. Trade it. Consolidating here. And the bears flush this is the question. All right, here they go. They're trying to go for that pivot point, 330, overnight low. That was the bounce area from last night. Is that going to hold, or are they going to flush this? Tell you one thing, I'm not front running it. Okay, here they come. Next leg down. Okay. These are 30.1 minute candles. Ouch. Staying away from that. Some of them are 40-point 1 minute candles. Ouch. All right, here they come for that level from last night, overnight low, 335. If they flush that pivot point like they did yesterday, that's why I'm not even attempting to long that pivot point. Yesterday, they punished pivot point plays, 60, 80 points flushes on pivot points. So I'm waiting. All right, it's about 100 points so far. Tapped overnight low. Is this where they bounce it? Or are they going to continue to flush this? Yesterday, they teased the bounce and they flushed the pivot point 60, 80 points, 3 1 minute candles. I'm not messing with pivot points today. If it's the bounce, then we'll wait for another entry. All right, looks like overnight low held, at least for now. $100-point, 15-minute opening range, 100 points. Volatility's back. It's Chop City. Another 30-point bounce to be sold right back down. I'm not buying these bounces today. They do what they did yesterday. They'll flush this pivot point. Nasty. 60-point drop. 60-point drop in 2-3 minutes. 3 candles. All right, here they come for that pivot point. Yesterday, they did it dirty. Dirty. It's a quick flush. For anyone belonging that, they punish you. See if they do it again or they bounce it. Not front running it though, I'll tell you that much. As much of a contrarian trader that I am, hell no. Yep, there's that play. That was a repeat of yesterday. If you played that initial long, you have to get out with 20, 30 points, not get greedy. Otherwise, you're being flushed down right here at this pivot point. All right, now we're at another pivot point, 320. I would think they're going to pick up some steam right here and flush it. But again, I'm still hands off. Yep. They're flushing pivot points, trapping longs, and it's brutal flushes. You either have a stop or you're taking drawdown. Look at that. Ooh. What they did yesterday. They flushed those pivot points like butter. I'm not messing with it today. All right, I guess 230 is the next area. That's the next 4-hour level. If I'm only going to play this at 1 hour and 4-hour levels. I'm not touching 5 or 15-minute levels today. This thing is nasty. So see if it gets down to 230. Brewski, good morning. Holy cow. What a sell-off. The wise man would say, Jesus Christ. Yep, they flushed that pivot point. 3 candles, 60 points. Did a repeat of yesterday. Now, they bounced it yesterday after 60, 80 points and brought it back to the pivot point, but I'm still not interested. Brewski got his 50-minute opening range breakout play. Nicely done. It's like another sell-off day. I may not trade this today. Looking for another leg down. How low will she go? All right, now we got to look for 4-hour levels. Crazy. There's 260 that I talked about earlier. Geez, not even holding there. I'm going to go back to July levels now. That's crazy. Wow. I was 100, what is it, 100 points off of that 15-minute open range breakout to the downside. Well, they took the elevator down today for sure. And they keep going. What are they going to flush this all the way down to 850? Got to be kidding me. Oh. Brewski, I don't think this is news related. I'm not seeing anything in news right now. Other than FOMC meetings tonight. Or I'm sorry, later today. You got Jackson Hole tomorrow. So maybe this is the front run of what's happening with the news. I think the economy has caught up with the market. Not as good as we thought, at least for now. And then we'll see. We'll see if the bulls actually pump this tomorrow or later today. Nicolas Gomez just bought my first take profit 50K using your code. Nicholas, thank you, brother. Thanks for supporting the channel. Wow, this is, what are they going to do? 850? That's the low of this whole contract. They reversed the entire contract session. The low of this contract is what? 800, 850? Wow. Wow. All right, 1,000 points in 2 days or 3 days. I'll be right back, guys. All right, they're at a pivot point now. I don't know if that matters or means anything. We'll bounce. So how much is NQ down right now? NQ is down 1.2%. They want more. Wow. They ain't stopping. Another pivot point that they're just gonna flush. Look at that. Glad I'm not long in pivot points today, because after watching what happened yesterday, it was good that I ended my trading early yesterday, because based on my style, I would have lost a lot of points. I would have given back all my profit yesterday had I traded the afternoon. All right, they just made it to that pivot point. They attempted to bounce it, and they flushed it right back down. Let's see if this is it. Is this the wick? Is this the bounce wick that we're waiting for? Let's try to play that pivot point bounce. Still no bounce. Wow. Frank, you should be scared. Long in this is very dangerous. So yesterday they flushed these pivot points like nothing. If it gets too hot, then I got to get out. Oh. No, they're not. They're not being able to bounce it yet. Not convinced. Not messing with it. Not convinced, guys. I chickened out. If they bounce it, too risky. Way too risky. I was looking for your ripper, your short squeeze bounce, and it just didn't give it to me. It could give it, but way too risky. We all know what a short squeeze bounce looks like. It's fast, it's brutal, it's nasty. Just not giving it. 3 days in a row, no. They give you like 30, 40 points on a bounce and then flush it right back down. So I don't like the price action. Drewski, sorry to hear that, brother. It's some crazy price action. I like short squeeze bounces, but they're quick. Not this little consolidation bounce where they can potentially flush it right back down like they did yesterday. So hands off. We tried. Drewski, sorry to hear that you blew your account, man. It's just tough to trade. That's why I'm not trying to hop on this short blindly, because they can technically rip it, but it's a gamble. But you'll be back, man. You've been on a roll. I've been watching you and hearing you with your strategy. You've been having a great run, so you'll be back. Don't beat yourself up for it. All right, so now we wait. Looks like they want to flush this further, and I'll attempt maybe... I mean, are we really going to go down to... What did I say earlier? Wow, I mean... 860 at that point? Holy cow. So it's not over here. It looks like they want to flush this pivot point again, or another pivot point. That should be a quick flush down, 60, 80 points again, trying to trap any longs here, because this is a pivot point. You're going to have a lot of longs, including myself, that tried to long it, and they flush you right back down. If you don't get out quickly, if you don't read that the bounce is not happening, you get flushed out. And that's what they did 3 times yesterday at pivot points. This is the second pivot point, and they're flushing it. So that's why I got out on that one. The minute you don't see the bounce happening, short squeeze bounce, a true short squeeze bounce, they're going to flush you, and that's why I got out. So now we wait. And this is going to be a quick move below that pivot point. 30, 60, 80 points in 3 minutes. Watch. Flushing those longs at the pivot point. Brutal, man. They're playing pivot points brutally. All right, let's see. What's the next level? Really? Are we going to see 850 today? That's insanity. Yep, there's those 2-3 minute candles that I mentioned about the pivot point, and they flush it right down. Wow. That's a 60-point flush at 175. Trapping longs. So 850 is what we got to watch for now. I'm not even touching 15, 30 minute levels at this point. I'm looking at 4-hour levels. You got a level at 2350, and then the next one is 850. So hands off. And they flushed that pivot point just like yesterday, man. And in hindsight, I should have taken that short. How do you short that? That's correct. And it's the same MO at both pivot points today as yesterday. They hint the bounce for the trap, and then they flush 60, 80 points with 3 1-minute candles. Look at that. You long the pivot point, you got flushed out. All right, we're coming up to a level 2350. That doesn't hold, and we're going to see 23,850. Crazy. Frank, if it hits 850, that is wild. But it's a nasty NASDAQ for you. But one thing we know about NQ is buy the dip. So this is going to be an insane move to the upside when this is over. Between today and tomorrow with Jackson Hole, there's a big move on the bounce shaping up. Got to be patient. All right, so they flushed that pivot point 100 points. No. Flushed at about 60 points. Now let's see what's going to happen. All right, how far is NQ right now? NQ is down 1.5%. ES is not even close. ES is still under 1%. $1.5 for NQ. Down 1.5%. Well, another 300-point move today. It's going to be about over 1,000 points in the last couple of days from that 24,000 high. What goes up must come down. And bulls, no show, no bounce, no significant bounce, just like yesterday. There you go, they want more. Drewski, yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. It caught you at that pivot point where they hinted the bounce and then continued to flush it. Yeah, it sucks, brother. Sorry to hear about your blown account. FL Trader, good morning. I was in your stream last night. How about that drop I mentioned? Yeah, we had a couple drops yesterday. Then eventually it bounced, and now they flushed it right back down. Good morning, Florida Trader 007. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in again today. All right, slow down over here, and I think I'm calling it for myself. I'm such a reversal trader, contrarian trader. This is not the price action I do well in. Directional days kill me. The easy days, you kill me. All you got to do today is just short it, and you're fine. So unless we see some type of bounce, better walk away. Today was the easy day. Short it anywhere. Anywhere. You would have been fine. I don't know about now, but in hindsight, there was minimal drawdown on a short today, other than that last pivot point. All right, they're going for another leg down. Let's go. Greg's wife is still short. Nice. Nice way to capture that move. Nicely done. Greg's wife, 22,887. Yeah, 850. They're reversing the entire contract. I talked about 850 earlier. That's pretty much the next level. I don't see how they can not make it there. There's really nothing holding it from 850 at this point. All right, let's see if this 50 level holds. There is a 50 level that may be the bounce. 50 doesn't hold, then we're looking at 850 at this point. Drewski, I shorted and got killed. All right, here we go. 50 looks like it finally held. All right, let's see if this is the bounce. Or are we in for more down? Nope. Nope. Gonna flush this level too. All right, Bulls trying to hold that 50 level. That is a 4-hour level. Drew, man, take care, brother. Don't beat yourself up for it, man. It happens. Good luck with the whole complex and everything you got going on today, man. Good luck with all that. Get your mind off of trading. It happens. Remember, you've had a good run. Just got unlucky today, so beat yourself up for it. All right, looks like they're building the bounce at 50. Oh, but they already bounced at 60 points, so I'm leaving that alone. Jesse James, you stayed up late. Today's a tough one, man. Today it's the easy short in hindsight, but It's been a tricky short. All right, I think I'm going to make a decision. I'm even though I'm not losing, I'm very close to going into tilt because I don't want to miss this move to the upside. And I know myself. I'll long this and do something dumb, and I'm just going to lock myself out. Not trading for the rest of the day, guys. Got to let that one go. What a bounce, and I missed it. I don't want to get in it now. Calling it a day. I'll hang out with you guys, chit-chat away, but not trading. I know myself. This is when I do stupid shh. Even though I'm not losing, I'm going to lock the little bit of profit that I got. Looks like that's the they're gonna attempt to come to the pivot point. Remember this pivot point right here where we had the flush. I can see how they're gonna test 190, but yeah, too volatile. Le Proboscis. Hey, man, appreciate you. Thanks for the warm comments, man. It ain't easy, for sure. Frank, bedtime for you in New Zealand? Oh, man, you live in paradise, New Zealand. It's on my bucket list. So 2:30 a.m. for you. Good night, brother. Have a good one. Jesse. Yeah, that's the P&L from yesterday. I only took one trade today. I attempted to do the bounce on that pivot point. Realized that it wasn't happening. I was looking for this play. Play happened here, not here. So I'm letting it go. I'm accepting that I missed that bounce. And walking away with a little bit of profit I made from the Asia session. But I'm also going to stay on so I don't trade off stream. But yeah, there's the play. There's the bounce I was looking for. That's the short squeeze. 100 points right there. Bummer. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, let's see if they bring it back down to test those areas and potentially, otherwise, if they're going to do some type of V recovery, letting that one go. All right, that pivot point is up here, right? Kind of where I longed initially. That was the long that I was looking for at 160. So I could see how they come up to 180, 190 to test that pivot point, and then they're going to push through or come right back down. And here they come back down, it looks like. All right, here they come back down. All right, let's see if they build a higher low on this 70 area. They come back and test it. Be a potential bounce. Otherwise, they're going to flush it. Oh, boy. Tricky, tricky. That's funny. This little price action right here is 100 points. Oh, 63 to 57, just about 100 points. Wow. You zoom in, so I'm not, doesn't fool us here. There's some 30, 40, 30, 40, 1 minute candles. All right, now the question is, are they going to flush this 50 level that they bounced, or are they just testing it for the potential stronger bounce? Here they come. Eco, if they hold this level, I agree with you. It all depends if they hold this level. If they have another leg down, it could be an aggressive leg down because you just don't have levels below this, all the way down to like 850. But if they hold this, then I agree that there's a nice bounce potential here. If I take it, too risky. This is where the bounce needs to happen if they're going to do it. Otherwise, further leg down. No short squeeze yet. Nothing impressive in terms of bounces yet. Carlos Lopez, incredibly, I am green on 4 accounts with small longs. Well, if you did it with small longs, man, that was ballsy. I took 1 long, and that was enough for me. I was like, ooh, this is nasty for longs today. So nicely done, Carlos. Peter Chan, I think 23.45 is the next support if we break this. Lemonhead flat on the day, but to be honest, very grateful for that. Yeah, man. I'm technically flat for the morning session. The profit that you guys see was made last night during the Asia, or a lot of it was. I attempted one long and bailed. I was looking for this long here at this pivot point. Noticed that it wasn't happening, so I got out. I bailed out right on time. And then I missed this long. This was the long that I was looking for here. And right now, you guys know my, for those of you that have been watching me for a while, I don't do well on directional days. So I'm accepting my weakness. This is not the price action that I do well in, and staying flat. Lock in a little bit of profit. Tomorrow will be another day. That's why I'm staying on stream. I'm making sure that I extend it long enough so I don't trade off stream. I'm pretty much decided, not touching it. All right, looks like it's slowed down. I've made a decision, not calling it a day. It's not the price action that I excel in. It's all right. There are days like this that sometimes you just let them go. 11 flips, down 380 points. Yeah, man, it's 2 days, 3 days in a row of red. Bears are relentless with no significant bounce. Although I do think the bounce is building here. If they get above this level right here, then we can potentially push up, but I'm not touching it. Too many fake outs today. And that's what the market does. Just when you get tired of it, and it's tricked you 4 or 5 times, then it gives the move that everybody's been waiting for. Everybody's waiting for this pullback long. But we'll see where the true pullback long happens. Carlos, the pullback was overdue. Yeah, they did the elevator down 3 days. They dropped it 1,000 points. Took the bulls almost weeks to do that, and they took the elevator down for sure. Especially today. All right, here they come for more. All right, they want more. They go. Looks like they're going for the next leg. I'm going to make a mental note here. Came very close to entering right there on a long. I want to see how it would have played out. King Caesar, good morning, brother. You must be having fun scalping this today. Carlos Lopez, 23,000 should be a good scalp. Yeah. All right, that's my indicator to go to bed. I was very tempted to long this area right here where I drew the line. Would have been flushed down already 20 points. I'm clearly not in sync with it, so letting it go. Now it's a nice and slow sell-off. Carlos, I'm so tempted to give my profits. Yeah, man, I'm leaving it alone. It's tricky trading from here on. If you caught the short at the top or somewhere up there and rode it for a good amount of points, you made some nice money today. Peter Chan, I feel like shorting it. The contrarian in me wants to long it. That's why I'm testing myself. I drew this line here because that's where I wanted a long. I'm just trying to check where I stand in terms of how I'm seeing things. They are popping out of that descending channel. There's a descending channel, if you can see this top and this bottom, they can pop out, then they'll do it. Otherwise, they'll do what they do in these descending channels where they hint the breakout and then they flush you right back down. So that's what they're doing here is they're hinting the breakout and then they flush you the full scope of the channel. They've done that over and over. Yeah, look at that. These bears are relentless with their channels, man. One thing I've learned after the day that I blew my accounts like a couple weeks ago, you respect a bear channel. They play it to the T. Those tops are not breakouts. Those tops are flushes, brutal flushes. But it's good. Usually I blow accounts on days like today. Glad I stayed out. All right, guys, it is time to enjoy my kids, take my kiddo to school, walk away from the market. I'm not trading it. Done. Decision made. These are just the days that I lose money. So the fact that I stayed out, that's progress. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. You all have a great day. King Caesar, looks like you killed it today with gold. Happy for you, brother. Everybody else, Carlos, looks like you got some green. I don't know how everybody else did today. Hope you guys got some green. I'm walking out with the little bit of green that I caught last night. No shame in walking out and accepting this is the price action I don't do well with. So I'll see you guys tonight for some Asia session trading. We'll have hopefully Jesse on as well tonight. Hope you guys did well, and I'll see you if you don't trade the Asia. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Crazy Chris. Have a good one, brother. Thanks for tuning in. That's it. I'm running for the hills. Laters.